Actually, you don't have to agree with me, nor do you have to agree with the way that I did this breakfast. My motive is simply to share with you what I did this morning. After all, it is 16 degrees outside, and my kitchen is a balmy 48 degrees. So, I have a lot of things to do, very little time to do it, and I didn't want to spend a lot of time in the kitchen. So, I chose the lazy man's way to breakfast. I did make 3 errors though. Number 1, I should have sprayed the aluminum foil with the vegetable oil. Number 2, I should have placed the cheese on top during the last 5-6 minutes or so. And the third thing, I can't remember right now. Okay, here we go. First things first. I had a cereal bowl, and I used this as my mold. In the cereal bowl, I placed some aluminum foil in the shape of the cereal bowl because that was going to be my container. I don't feel like doing dishes either. Then I got out the leftovers. The first one is some rice. Remember, I made some rice with some scallion and hot peppers recently. Well, out of the freezer it came, and I put the rice into my makeshift bowl. Then came the bacon. If you'll recall, I mentioned that when you cook bacon, there's one perfect way to cook it, and I would suggest you cook it all, and what you don't use, you put in the freezer for times like this. Once the bacon got in, of course, I added some cheese. This was an error. I should have added the cheese much later. I'm telling you this, so should you choose to do this, spray the aluminum foil first, then add the cheese later, last 5 minutes or so. Then I simply broke an egg on top of it all. It's up to you whether you want to add salt and pepper to the egg when you add it to it all. Personally, I just soon saved some time, and I added salt and pepper at the time of adding the egg. Okay, so what's next? I remember the third thing. I should have added a little bit of water to the bottom of all this, and I should have closed the top of the aluminum foil so that it would keep the steam in. It would have cooked better. Into the oven it went, my little Avante oven, and it was preheated to 450 degrees, and I set the timer to 15 minutes. Now, how long it stays in the oven depends entirely on you. How do you like your egg? See, it all depends on the egg, and as I said earlier, I should have added the cheese later. In the end, this was the result. And I don't mind telling you, no, I did not transfer it to a plate. I live alone. There's nobody here. Just me. So, I ate my breakfast out of the aluminum foil. What I should have done, of course, was to recycle the aluminum foil. You're absolutely right. I live a very simple, uncivilized life. I need not worry about embarrassing my relatives. They never watch my videos anyway. And the few friends that I do have, they are sincere. They understand me, and they understand how I think, and they appreciate my simple life. All I need to do is to be happy and to help others each chance I get.